Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside of Genie, where we will be racing today from Greyville on the poly track at the date today, the 21st of September. This video is sponsored by Northwest Online Bloodstock. Northwest Online Bloodstock in a joint venture of G Team Racing is bringing you a syndicate where you can buy into free horses at a very low price. A little bit more about that later. Now, just for the persons who are watching this video for the first time, Outside of Genie is not a tipping services. What we do is we do a form analysis and then we give you as the punter outsiders that you can actually include with the numbers that you favor in a race, or whatever bet you take, exotics or swingers, exactas, quartets, whatever you play, you add our numbers to that, and then hopefully if those numbers arrive, the outsiders, then you can collect the more lucrative, higher payout. You can also find us on a Twitter, Instagram, and our contact details 083-585-5133. If you want to receive this video every day it's posted, just click on subscribe now button and ring the bell, and you'll be notified every time that this video do get posted. As I said, we do a daily analysis service which you can subscribe to. Currently, our normal package is R500 per month. But if you sign up now, it's already nearing the end of the month, you can get selections from now till the end of September for 200 Rand. But we have a special offer. If you sign up now and then you can get selections till the end of October for only 400 Rand. So you're going to save a little bit there. Then we have another special offer. If you sign up now till the end of November, where our normal cost would have been 1,500 Rand, you can now sign up and get a discount of 50%. So you only pay 750 Rand. What do you get for your package? Well, we get race to race. You get race by race selections, an outright winner, and 2 possible outsider selections. Let me just quickly qualify for you. An outright winner is the selection that we think can win the race. That can be at any price. We have given outright winners at 33 to 1. The latest one was Shabarang's last first at the Vaal. I gave Shabarang's a 53 to 1 outsider as an outright winner. And about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I gave Whirly 53 to 1 as a winner. And also in that same, just after that, two Saturdays ago, or last Saturday actually, I gave Gauteng Tequila at 16 to 1. And then I gave you 2 possible outsider selections. We have also now introduced the new selections where we give you 2 daily recommended all-to-come doubles, which you can try, as a lot of people ask me if I've got some doubles they can play. Then value bets, you can play each way, normally 6 to 1, so that the strike rate on that is good in terms of of placing, but they also win, and they normally 6 to 1 and better. So even if you play them each way, you can still land up making a profit. Then we give you a base bet of the day. I will never give you a base bet of 8 to 10 or 9 to 10, because that you can find yourself. You don't need Genie for that. But we try and give you value bets, sometimes as high as 6 to 1 on a value bet. Then we also give you trifecta and quartet selections. You can play as is. A lot of our quartets won yesterday at the Greyville. Both the first 2 quartets was winning quartets. Then we also give you affordable PAs and pick 6. You can play it as is, or you can add on, or you can use some of those numbers with your numbers. Then you can play as you like. So when you receive our selections, it will be on a sheet like that through a WhatsApp group where you have all your selections, race by race selections, your pick 6, your PA, trifecta and quartet, value bets, base bet of the day, and then your all-to-come doubles, the 2 doubles that we recommend for you. So let's now go and have a look at the day's racing. We kick off with race 1, which is a maiden plate, and it's all the races are on the poly track. Maiden plate over 1,100 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. I apologize for that. I had all lined up, but now it's spooling again, so we'll get it just now. All right, here we have race 1, a mystery trip, 15 to 10. It must be love, 17 to 10. Kingston's Tune, 11 to 2. Car and B, 10 to 1. Airbus, 11 to 1, 20 to 1. Aura, 22 to 1, and longer to rest. Well, in this race, my first selection is number 1, Car and B. Now, I only recently, I couldn't figure out why would Cornet Spies buy a 5-year-old me. And then I saw the other day that this mare, Karen B, is a half sister to Madame Patrice, who is a reasonably good racehorse. So maybe Cornet is looking to breed after this horse's career ends. Now, the reason why I'm going, this horse ran over the Turfenden inside track last time out of the 1200 meters, showed speed, and just stopped at the end. Now, I can tell you now what's going to happen here. This horse is going to jump and go from draw 1, and it's going to be a catch me if you can situation. And I do think Cornay's piece is a shrewd trainer. He will not travel all the way and do all the costs with this horse to come and show him the poly track, which he's already done 4 times on. So I think here is some business, and Car and B, definitely a horse that you need to include in all your play. A 10 to 1, having a small punt, you can't get hurt. Then my outsider selections is number 3, Aurora, which is also Genie Prince horse. Comes from Kenilworth, then went to Joburg, where it ran 1 or 2 places behind some decent horses. Queen Supreme, I mean, you put Queen Supreme in this race, it's no race. Eskimo in, so this horse has run against some fair opposition in Gauteng. Last time out fell the miss, so didn't persevere with. Yeah, but in this very weak field, and with respect to all the owners, this is a weak field. This horse can place. Here's the favorite mystery trip. Has run second twice in a row. Um, from draw 4, definitely with a chance. I can't say the horse doesn't got a chance. But last time out was second base behind Kokiti. Has had a few runs in the poly for the second, the third, and the fourth. But definitely not a world beater. Then I want to go down to number 7. Airbus is a Crusade, also drawn 7. That ran reasonably well in the second race, and then last time out, I don't just said no show. But in this field, this horse might have a chance and definitely need to be included in all your play. And then let's talk about the first timer. I must say, this first timer wouldn't have to have, if I think of a reasonable amount of ability, this horse can win the race. So follow the betting. I see it is second favorite, so definitely it might be a horse that you want to include in your quartets. Well-bred Vaal by a Jetmaster mare. Yes, King's Tune, drawn 10, has run a few places on the poly. Yeah, also last time, 2 runs ago, was third to Lava Lou. Lava Lou came out and won again on Sunday. So that's race number 1. Let's move to race number 2. Let's have a look at the betting. Race number 2, a maiden plate over 1600 meters. Here the betting is number 5, Predator, 14 to 10, 5 to 1 Academy rewards. Whatever it takes, 5 to 1. Here comes the range, 5 to 1. Saipan 16-1, Lunar Protector 20-1, Double Crown 20-1, 25-1, and longer the rest. Here my selection is number 8. Guys, I just want to reiterate again. I sometimes get calls, I must touch on more horses, and then I get calls, I must try and make the video shorter. So now what I'm trying to do now, I'm trying to keep in a time frame of about 50 minutes for the video. So it doesn't leave a lot of room to touch on too many horses per race. So I give you my selections, what I like, and then you can work around that. Now, this is a soft falling rain out of a Tiger Reach mare. Now, this horse debuted in June, and it has a nice race, so it got time to, keep on growing. The Kanama stable kicked the mile on board. Now, this 1,200 meters, I can assure you, was definitely not, was too short for this horse. And I'm thinking today, over the 1,600 meters, this is going to be another another cup of tea. And I do believe here comes the rain today will improve and run a huge race here and stand in the number 1 box after the race. Also that you can look at, now you're going to laugh at me, but yeah, this horse Manhattan Melody, it's already a 4-year-old. But this horse only has had 3 runs. And I think all 3 of them were distances way too short for him. Now today he got Gates on board from draw 9, which I'm not too concerned about on the poly. But the horse is going 1,600 meters for the first time. And I believe today this is going to be another kettle of fish, and definitely a horse that you want to include in your quartets. Because if you do improve over the 1,600 meters, you would like to have that into your play. Then I want to have a look at number 2. Academy Award, already a 5-year-old, has had 10 runs, or only 10 runs, has been running there and thereabouts, can improve, can win the race, not without a chance. Whatever it takes, has had a stable change since it last run. So one will have to see how it improves and what the situation is. But has shown glimpses of a form, but definitely not the horse that I will run to put my money on at the bookmaker. So let's move on to race number 3, which is another Apprentice Fillies mare 64, Apprentice Handicap, Fillies and mares, Class E, average merit rating 57. And here the betting is number 9, Pina Colada, 28-10, Superfluke 3-1, 6 Storm 7-2, Glad I Am 6-1. Barry North 13-2, Equus 10-1, 10-1 Top Salute, and longer the race number 4, a scratching. Yeah, this apprentice races has sometimes got the knack of throwing up outsiders. I'm going here for number 7, sorry, number 8, Barry North. Deacon is riding, it's getting -2.5. It's now running in a 57, but it has run against some stronger opposition. And I've been following this horse for a long time now. And I think after 530 days, today can be his day. And the horse loves the poly, has had 2 wins, 3 seconds, a third and a fourth. And I think today Barinos is going to be then involved in the finish. Other horses that you can look at is number 10, Top Salute. It's carrying 50 kilograms, has shown some improvement since coming from Kimberley, and it shows, it do seem that this horse, like the poly, has run some decent races with only 50 kilograms, can be involved in a finish. Another horse that you can look at is number 2, number 3. Glad I Am, Jared Ruck. I am -4. This horse only carrying 48. Ran a decent race last time out, and I would really be happy for Jared Ruck if Glad I Am could win today. The guy really needs it. He works hard, and he would deserve a winner So I'll be shouting for this horse to come in today. There are horses with chances in this field, um, but not many. If you look at the form here, some other horses you cannot. Super Fluke that ran a nice race, and then last time out 9 lengths behind in a stronger field, also getting the -2.5, so can also be involved in a finish. Pina Colada also getting -2.5, carrying 16.5, has run against a little bit stronger here and there. Also got the ability to finish in the first place. Let's move to race number 4, which is maiden plate Fraser Mares over 1,900, and it's a maiden plate. Here we have Legend Has It, 12 to 10, 4 to 1 Mascaruso, 6 to 1 Marion Hayes, Capricia 6 to 1, Double Impression 8 to 1, 10 to 1 Theatrical Moment, 18 to 1 Cola, Royal Couture 53 to 1, and Star Choice 40 to 1. Also not a very strong field, and I do feel that number 2, Legend Has It today, is going to be too strong for this field, and it's looking, and also in my book today, the best bet on the card. Has been running well, and 2 nice second and a third. Also been placed behind Kavian Scara, which was placed in the future. So definitely a horse that I think today will be hard to beat. Other horses that you can look at. Number 4, Double Impression, as a twice over out of a Hermitage mare, drawn 4, and I reckon this horse, he debuted well, 23.8 on the debut, fastest 400 to finish, and I think over the 1600 meters with a nice draw, Double Impression can be definitely involved in the finish. Then also another horse that you can look at, a nice outsider, is number 9, Theatrical Moment. The jockey and trainer are in form. This horse is a filly from Duke of Marmalade by Western Winter, by Cut No Eyes, which is it's a nice family that did improve last time over the 1600 meter in Scottsville. I don't think it will have a problem under Polly, and definitely a horse that can surprise. This combination the other day, I think they won with a 50 to 1 shot, so definitely not to be left out. So then we move on to race number 5. But before we look at race number 5, I just want to draw your attention to the following. In a joint venture of Team Racing, Northwest Online Bloodstock has put together this nice syndicate. The syndicate consists of 3 horses. 2 of them are currently in racing, not far from winning, and the third one is a very well-bred 2-year-old that will probably make its debut in January and February. Now, for a once-off outlay of 2,050 Rand, excluding VAT, and which you can pay in 2 installments of 1,180, including VAT, you will then have ownership of 3 race, or you'll have part ownership in 3 racehorses. And that price of 2,050 includes all costs, including training fees for the next 12 months. So for the next 12 months, you don't have to pay anything. All you pay is that amount. You can pay it in 2 installments. And if you really want to push it, you can probably make a plan for even 3 installments. So here we are, giving the man in the street, the punter in the tote, or the play from home punter to have a share, and also share in the thrill of horse racing ownership. If you are interested, you can visit my website, nwob.co.za, or WhatsApp 061 231 0193. And I really want to support you. I will send you a disclosure document. I will tell you how to get about, how to go about. I'll also tell you in that document how you can get your family and friends involved to share with you the thrill of ownership. So if you're interested, WhatsApp 061 231 0193, and you just can say you're interested in the shares in the horse. So let's now get back to race number 5. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number 5, Gentleman's Wager, 22-10. Teichmann 15-4, 11-2, Walton Hall, Mighty Smart 13-2, Run to Denmark 9-1, Joseph Jagger 10-1, 10-1 Just for the Penny, 16-1, and Longer the Rest. Now, here my first selection is number 9, Walton Hall. You'll see that 9, Walton Hall and Gentleman's Way did meet in the 27th of July. Now, on the weight turnaround, and guys, remember, I'm a form analyzer. I work on handicapping. And on handicapping, there's no way Gentleman's Way can finish in front of Walton Hall. There's a weight turnaround of 2 kilograms in favor of Walton Hall. That can, over this distance, that should be enough to beat a Gentleman's Way. And with GENIE, you'll have a jockey that's going to throw the kitchen sink at this horse. And last time out, it finished under 2 lengths all the way up. It was hanging in late. Now, if you have a look, Walton Hall is still a young horse, only had 5 runs, and I'm looking at Walton Hall to go in here. Then we have a look at number 11, Joseph Jagger. This horse also runs well. He likes the poly. He's had 2 wins on the poly already from 4 runs, and didn't run badly last time out. His horse has been constantly running in those last 4 runs. He ran in higher divisions. Today he's running in a 71. He has been running in an 82, 86, 82, 82, and not too far behind. And I think today, back in the lower division, will definitely be a force to be reckoned with, can be involved in a finish. Number 12 is Just for the Penny, Lyle Hewitson from draw 12. Also, this horse has been running against far stronger, a 90 Williams Land, 86 Special Blend, True Word, 78, 88. This horse hasn't run in this division for a long time. So number 12, Just for the Penny at 10-1, definitely inclusion in all your bets, not to be left out. So let's move on to race number 6, which is another apprentice handicap over 1400 meters, class E57. Let's have a look there, what's going to be the betting. The betting is as follows: Armand, 28-10, Truly Wicked, 33-10, Viking Red, 33-1, Jardine, 6-1, Amber for Aber, 8-1, Puccini, 17-2, Dom Sigidor, 20-1, 25-1, and Longer the Rest. Here my selection is number 1, Truly Wicked horse that hasn't won for 792 days, but in this race, finding himself in a E Division 57, and if you have a look, has run some nice races there, 75, 82, 64. So running in a lower division, Jason Gage, a very competent jockey from draw 1, and I'm thinking Truly Wicked today is going to run a huge race. The form in this race is not strong. Outside of that, you might want to look at Include. If it comes in, it's going to pay nicely. It's this horse, Dom Sigidor, he keeps on running places. Also, 757 days since last win. But this horse also has run against a slightly better opposition, and he keeps running 3 lengths behind, 5 lengths behind. And now today carrying 51 kilograms can definitely be a factor in this race, although coming from a rest, and that might, suit the horse and, give him some oomph. Then we on to look at number 11. Now, guys, here again, I'm just basing my things on certain things. Here we have Axios. Now, Axios won 2 races in Kimberley on the sand track. Now, I think there's a difference between a sand track and a poly track, but I do think that this horse might be better on the poly. Now, this horse, that day, it won in Kimberley came with a big reputation. He's beaten Sapphire Rock today. Sapphire Rock has won again. He beat Baby Let's Mambo. Baby Let's Mambo has won 2 races. Ruby and Roses has won some nice races. So I don't think Cornhuispies will bring this horse all the way from Joburg to come and show him the poly. It's getting -1.5. Put this horse in your selections. If it comes in, you're going to collect. If it doesn't, well, then it's just one of those things. It is what it is. But as I say, I can't see Mr. Spies bringing this horse all the way just to come and show him the track. This horse hasn't run since March. We don't know how the horse might have improved because normally Cornhuispies horses get to the track fit and they don't need to run. So do include this horse in all your play. Puccini is a 9-year-old still running like a 5-year-old, winning races. So if you want to, you can include. I'm taking my chances today not to include him. Viking Red did place last time out. Can also improve, also in with a chance, although also a 7-year-old, haven't won for nearly 700 days. Jardine running places down every now and then, also a contender for the first position. Here's Awam carrying 60. Luke Ferrara's riding. This horse has been running there and thereabouts, 5 rings, 6 rings, but nothing that can you inspire you to say that this is a certainty to win this race. And the fact that the are apprentices getting nice allowances does make this a difficult race to assess. So now let's move on to race number 7. Race number 7, a Phyllis Mares handicap 62 over 1200 meters. Here we have Joyful Winter 5 to 2, Fort Well 28 to 10, 53 to 10, Watersara, Not Now Pussycat, Noble Princess 7 to 2, Starlight 11 to 1, 28, 20 to 1, 25 to 1, J Bomb, La Fiesta Flyer. Oh my goodness. All right. I just saw now that my selection in this race was going to be number 8. But I see number 8 is scratched. So therefore, I would then be looking at Joyful Winter. I think Joyful Winter can run a nice race. Has been running against some stronger opposition. They ran a close second to Hopskip and Jump. Hopskip and Jump has now won 3 races in a row. So I will then change from number 8 to number 3, Joyful Winter. And for outsider selections, I would go for number 6. Watasara has been running, has been improving, and I think we'll run a huge race today on the poly, Warren Kennedy on board, as well as number 7, Starlight. Starlight is Muzieni and has been running places there and thereabouts. Also gets against some stronger. He had ran on a poly in a 71, 2 lengths behind Mr. Minister, and now running a little bit down in class. And so therefore Starlight definitely can be a contender. Here are also chances. Fort Royal has run 2 nice races in a row now for Salo van Willig Smith. Can improve further, can definitely land up in the first box. J Bomb, Cliffy Miller horse, has had a stable change from March. Seems to prefer the further distance, but you might want to include this horse in the back end of your quartets, as this horse might run fresh and do show a little bit over the shorter distance. So let's move on to the last race. The last race is race 8 over 1,000 meters, and it's a measured 70 handicap. Here we have number 9, Jonathan, 4-1, Naomi 11-2, Burnt Rock 13-2, Purple Powerhouse 13-2, 7-1, Elegant General 7-1, Fives Wild 8-1, Bright Flame, Magician's Magic 14-1 and 16-1, and better the rest. Sometimes it just amazes me how the bookmakers priced up. Because if you have a look here, you'll see that Elegant General ran second to Jonathan, 3 runs back. Now, if you do your form analysis and you look at the weights, on the weight turnaround, there's no way that Jonathan can beat Elegant General. Elegant General is 7-1, and my first choice, because Elegant General last time ran in a 73 D handicap. Now it's running in a 66. And if you give Jonathan a chance, then certainly Elegant General must have a chance from draw 2, where Jonathan is from draw 9. So obviously it is in a better position, in a better draw. Another horse that you need to look at is Naomi. Naomi finished well in that race behind Miss Generosity, and in last time out behind Magically, he battled to get going, but again today running in a lower division, Jacobs on board, and I can see Naomi be involved in the finish. Also, another horse that you want to look at is number 7, Bright Flame, who was also in the same race as Miss Generosity, but I do believe might have needed a run. The stable jockey is on Bright Flame, so they might even think that that is better than number 2, Elegant General. So definitely a horse that you want to include into your quartet and all your other play. There are some horses that have chances. Charlie Fox can show. Purple Powerhouse won the maiden and didn't run too bad. Behind Miss Generosity can also be involved. Magician's Magic has been knocking on the door for a long time, can surprise any time. So yeah, lots of horses have chances in this race. So that concludes our preview for today. We hope we could point you in the right direction, and as I always say, break a leg.